Hello and welcome everyone. A nice relaxing video for you today. I've let the garden fallow for all of the spring up until now, and it's about just start of July actually, 2025, and as you can see there's it's overgrown completely. Up there I've got some grapevines which I'm going to cut so that I can actually walk down the path. It's actually starting to produce grapes, so I'm going to try and not take off too many of the branches that have got the grapes developing on. In the middle there I've got just all sorts of stuff going on, and at the back I don't think you can see it in this shot, but I've got a pear tree there which has got loads of pears on it. I'll do a video on that another time, but today all I'm going to do, well this evening even, the sun's going down, I'm going to hack it all back and, you know, make it look respectable. Okay, so enjoy. I've got a drink with me as well, and I'm not sponsored by this company. It's root beer by Bundaberg. It's Australian root beer. It's not alcoholic, it's great. Excuse the noisy dog as well, but if you like ASMR then enjoy. The grapevine is actually growing up a cotton aster. You can see they're both connected together. So if you, when the grapevine's young, it needs like stabilising. These grapevines are actually nearly trees now, so they're freestanding, but they still like to grow up things that I've got in the garden. See, this one actually had a few bunches of grapes on, you know, that would have been a fairly decent bunch of grapes. Not that one there, but the branch was just in the way. I've got to get rid of it. Oh. Dodgy call that. There's a few bunches on there. Looking clearer though. Does that need to come off? Just got stung by a nettle. It's actually flowering, so the stings aren't as powerful, but it still stings. Now this is purple toad flax. It just grows wild in the garden. There's loads of it. It's gone over now though. It was purple all the way down there. This Rosemary willow herb, it's gone to seed now. There's tons of it in this garden. It needs to go. I wonder if you can see all the fairies flying about. It's the seeds off the Rosemary willow herb. Is the camera that good? Post in the comments if you can see them. I wonder if you can see this here. That is the biggest ragwort you've seen in the garden. It's huge. Is it? It's a lot bigger than that. Actually, I'll turn you a little bit, see if you can see it. See the wormwood? Now I got the wormwood from, I poached it from just the side of the road basically. Pulled the root up and planted it earlier on this year, and it's gone to seed straight away. I don't know whether it's going to come back next year, but I'm yet to actually propagate wild wormwood. So if anyone's got any tips on how to harvest the seeds, if they produce seeds, post in the comments. Advice appreciated. There's actually quite a lot of food growing in this garden. I've got garlic, but the grass has just taken over and it's in amongst the grass, so I might actually find some. I'm lucky. I'm getting hot, I'm going to have to take my top off. I've never let this stuff go this far. Check these things out. Can you see them? Oh, caterpillars. Small ones, aren't they? I'm getting stung a bit now. Got to the nettles. How's it looking? Look at the thickness of these nettles. That is thick nettle. It's like shrubbery, isn't it? By the power of nettle. See, this is the same as what I showed you earlier on. It's a smaller version. And it's gone to seed sooner. So I was just checking the time. Oh. See me jump? There's a moth actually. The reason I jumped is because I've seen a huge horsefly in here, and it's just I react really badly to those bites, so I've got to be careful. Whack off dandelion leaves. Oh, look at that. That would have been a good bunch. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere now. I might change the camera angle actually. Not just yet. Got these things popping up in the garden everywhere. It's foxglove, and look at the seeds. Got through. Hopefully soon I'll be able to walk right around these bushes, well, the vines, grapevines. Fennel sticks. These smell quite nice, even though they've gone over from last year. Sweating. Time for a drink. Back soon. Hello and welcome back everyone. I just stopped for a tea break, but I've actually drunk a pint of tea and I've got another one here. So I'm going to tackle this part now. Just while we're here, I'll just show the size of this ragwort. It smells quite nice actually. Yeah, it's covered in flies and insects, they're enjoying it. Yeah, it's surprisingly nice actually, that is. But there's more of it. It's not huge, but it's pretty big. So all of it. It's actually that big that it's just dropping over now. That's the entirety of it. It's about what is that? 4.5 feet. I don't know whether they get much bigger than this. Post in the comments if they get bigger than this. Right. Okay. I'll just put this plant pot there to move it out of the way. There we go. Right, I'm going to have to tackle that this grass here, and you can see on the side there's fig trees. I might tunnel underneath that, but what I'll do first is I'll get my gloves on in case there's nettles. Oh, I feel better after that cup of tea. Bring the other one closer. Right, let's get started then. They're not the cutters that I want. Where are they? Right, okay, so I'm going to leave the, if you can see it, that's the wormwood. I've actually planted a blackcurrant as well in there somewhere. You'll see it as I take this grass away. It's so dry, it hasn't rained properly here for quite a while. The ground is absolutely bone dry, so you know if it doesn't rain it's just going to dry out even more. I haven't been putting the hose on it because I don't think it was pretty pointless. I had strawberries, the strawberries have just perished. I think the hottest day that we've had here in the UK is 30 degrees Celsius, round here anyway. So far, I'm probably not going to do this next year, let it fallow. It was just an experiment. If you want to see the start of it, I'll put it in a playlist so you can see the garden as it progressed through the fallow stages. And the idea was to see if anything unusual or rare plants decided to emerge, and there wasn't anything spectacular, to be honest. Not that I've come across yet anyway. I think we've got some eyebright and I'll keep my eyes open anyway, see if I can find anything. But to be fair, it was just the grass just took over, so you know it was maybe next time I'll do it and only leave the like wildflowers. But I've got some interesting things down here. I say interesting, it's rutogravulons. I've got a few plants dotted about, and some seeds fell into the patio and just decided to sprout. So I've got a few plants here. I might actually take them up and put them in pots and move them to where I want them. But I will have some more rue seeds this year anyway. So I'm just giving the tufts of grass a haircut, really. I'm not pulling. Normally I would pull the roots up so that it didn't spread, but it's that dry at the moment that it's just dying off. Everything is just in need of water. that, now this is interesting. It's cleavers, also known as ladies' bed straw. It's the first year I've had that in the garden. I'm chuffed with that. I've knocked gooseberry off, so I haven't tried any of these this year. I think they're red. They're supposed to be red, but they're not ripe yet. But I will try it anyway, see what it's like. No. Proper sour, that is. It's quite refreshing though. If you can see that bush there, I've got Lavatera Arborea, also known as, I think they changed the name to Malva Arborea instead of Lavatera, tree mallow or giant mallow. I'm going to take some of the bottom branches off and try and encourage it to grow upwards because it's taking a lot of space. These are the branches. Now this is the first year's growth. Next year it will flower. It's a biennial, is it? Some power in that. There are some more. I'll probably do the same to the others. Okay, so I think I'll do some fig branches now. What I'm doing is taking the lower branches off, the ones that are growing downwards, and I'm going to encourage the tree to go up and in the direction that I want it to, which is away from the neighbours' gardens. There's actually a rosemary bush in there. You might start to see it as I take the branches away. That's the rosemary. I might cut some of that, take it indoors. Believe it or not, this is a potato plant. There. The potatoes just grow wild in this garden. They're Red Rooster, the variety. I do have a video if you want to look in the playlist, one of them anyway. There's a lot of crocosmia in there, too much really. I should have taken some out earlier on this year, but I'm going to have to reduce the size of that. It spreads. See, this is it. It's just spreads, all these little ones, so from the roots. So focusing. I think I might have to change the camera angle as well. we go. Is that right? Can you see the rosemary now? Somewhere about here there's a olive tree which I need to expose. I might have to take this branch out, but what I'll do first is I'll take some of the branches off the giant mallow. Always do the least drastic measure first, which is take these off. In fact, it was just starting to flower, look. You see the purple flowers on it? Shame. It shouldn't do really, because it's a biennial and it's only been growing this year, so that's a freak. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it lasts for 3 years, so it's not quite a biennial, it's a strange species of plant. Yeah, it's definitely going into flower. You can see them all, it's actually gone into flower and it's starting to bud. Seed pods even. The little cheeses, you can eat these. But not the leaves. You can eat the leaves, but the seed pods actually taste very fresh. So you just take the outside leaves off, you're left with like a little pod. When they go too far, they're not as nice, so you want to get them at this stage, maybe a little bit bigger. And it tastes like a cucumber, maybe? I don't know. It's quite nice. Oh, that branch. I'm not sure. Such a big branch. I think I'm going to keep it on though. Yeah, these are the seed pods when they've matured and started to dry. See how it's all brown, the leaves are, and if you open them up, the seeds are dark. Now this can be used. See them? They're like, it's like buckwheat. So you could dry that and make it into a flour. Yeah. Oops. Cracked floor tile. It's not a slab, it is actually a floor tile. Oh dear. Yeah, so can we get a better angle somewhere? Let's have a look. How am I going to do this now? Unplug the charger for a second. Better? Yeah, okay. So what am I going to do with the fig trees? Oh man. Just start cutting. I think this branch has got to come off because it's in the way. Yeah. They're all fig branches coming out of the floor pretty much. Yeah, that's better. Just finishing my last bit of tea. I can see you. Rubbish. a very large, what do they call it? Purple toad flax there. I'm just going to cut it now because it is growing wild in this garden everywhere. I don't actually know what it's used for in herbalism, but I will look it up. Yeah, that was a huge one. Look at the size of that. Upside down. Purple toad flax. Now, with the rosemary, it's best not to hack away at it like you can do with other plants, because sometimes you can shock it, and if you shock it too much it won't come back. So it's worth doing some insurance with it. What you do is take some cuttings, plant them everywhere else, so that if one plant dies then you've got more of them. This plant here is actually very old, but I've got a few more rosemary bushes. It's got to be 15-20 years old, so I don't know whether it'll last much longer, but it's still going strong. When I've cut it back a bit I'll show you how thick the stem is on it. That was a side branch of the fig tree. I'm trying to encourage them to grow upwards as high as possible because they do like to spread out, a bit like the cotton aster, which I've managed horizontalis, cotton aster horizontalis, which I've managed to grow vertically. So this branch probably going to have to come off. So it's going to be. Go as far as I can with these cutters, but I might need branch loppers because it's quite thick. Yeah, I managed to get through it. I could do with going further than that though. I think that'll do for now. It's going in the right direction. Sort of up that way. Now, what I'm going to do now is all the branches that are facing the fence I'm going to take off so I can walk behind the fig trees. There's an old knackered bench there, if you can see that, that needs to go up the tip. I might keep the sides though because they're cast iron. Keep that bit. That can all go up the tip. Still stuck to it. Okay, there's some raspberry just there, orange raspberries through the patio, through the path. I need to take those out so I can walk along there. They've gone over now anyway. Earlier on in the year they were producing raspberries, but they've there's nothing good on there, so they can go. Just going to have a quick look over the fence to see if there's anything poking through from my side into next door, which isn't good. It's actually more messy the other side, so I'm not concerned. There's actually some strawberry plants down here. I was trying to get strawberries as ground cover in this garden, but it's been that dry this summer, spring and summer, that the strawberry plants have just withered. There were a lot of figs as well. There's 3 fig trees here, and there was the start of the spring there were loads of figs, and it was that dry that the figs just fell off. So 1 or 2 of them are survived. I think I might be able to show you towards the end of the video. They're not ripe yet, but they're getting there. Size wise they're quite big. There's actually some crocosmia around here that hasn't flowered yet. The rest of it at the front's gone over. It must have been because of the lack of the sunlight has not made it mature as quickly as the rest. I was thinking of pulling it out, but I might show you the flowers just starting to emerge on it. Yeah, it's more of the orange raspberry gone over. There is some fresher raspberry sprouts, shoots even, so I might leave those and expect some fruit from them. Although I ought to take them off the path because I want to be able to walk round there. You'll have to do without the raspberries from them. Shame really, look how green they are. And it wasn't that one, it's the other one that's got the raspberries developing on them. But I do have it growing elsewhere in the garden, so I'm not that bothered about it. I'd rather it not next to the fence. Although I've changed my mind, I will leave it for now. Just get the fruit off it at least first. Alright, what can we do now? Can I bring you further in? Let's see. I've actually got you on charge at the moment, so I'm going to have to turn off at the plug and then unplug and then bring you round. Okay, let's go for it. Da, da, da. Okay. Is that safe? Yeah. So there's what I was on about. The raspberries, too close to the fence really. They're growing out of a little hole down here. I want to be able to walk that way, which I kind of can do. So what I will do is I'll just take some of the branches off the back of the fig tree, and then I think I'll call it a day. Potato plants, they should be ready with that colour leaves on them. I might have a look. Somewhere down here. Oh yeah. Not red though. I do have some other types in here. Oh, first potato of the year. Started already. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.